Posing to a thumbnail. Woo! Before this video starts, I really just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has subscribed, because we managed to get 2,000 subscribers. I'm so happy. So thank you so much. If you're new, please comment down below, and yeah, and all that fun stuff. So thank you so much. So hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are filming a little running video. So I'm going to give you my tips and tricks on how to cope, or how I cope through a long run, and I'm going to give you some like tips on like what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So just for a reference, I am going to say you should wear a running vest. However, today I decided not to, just because it's really sunny and I kind of really want to get a tan. So I'm wearing a bum bag, which is just as good as a running vest. That's just the preface of this video. I'm going to get going. I'm going to just warm up for 10-15 minutes. Probably not 5 minutes, that sounds about right, because I had anticipated to be on this run before 9 o'clock, and it's currently 9:10, so I really need to get moving. So I'm 1.2 miles in and my calves are already aching. So best thing to do, in my opinion, is to slow your pace and just regain that stamina of like endurance, maybe, just so your legs can actually start coping, because you're obviously running a bit too fast. 3 miles in, just had a swig of water. It's going okay. I'm not out of breath, so that's positive. And this is the first time I've walked, so you know, I'm just giving myself a little minute of walk, and then we're gonna get back to it. Oh my god, that last mile, holy shit, that kicked my ass cheeks. It just kicked everything really, to be honest. I don't think I've ever had a mile that's gone so slow, but also it's pretty much the same time, maybe just an extra minute longer. That literally felt like eternity, so I'm glad it's finished. I was going to see if I can run to the car, because that would make it 7.5, but my legs I don't think can cope with any more running, so I'm just going to do like a faster paced walk, just to cool my muscles down, because wow, that was difficult. So my next tip for anybody running a long distance, like 7 miles is about, or 7 and a bit miles is 12k, so it's quite a distance. And if you get to a point like I just did, just like tune into your music a bit more. I find if I focus on the words of the songs and sing the songs, it helps distract from the body ache. So if you're struggling, give it a go. The weather does have its timings, because I obviously am continuing my running tips, and it started raining, or it's just slowing down from raining, so like perfect timing on the weather front. But another tip of mine, and something that I've actually really, right, basically no one cares, but Elliot's in Edinburgh for 6 weeks, and yes, I'm seeing him at the weekend, which is like 3 days away, and I'm seeing the weekend after. However, when you live with someone, it's I don't really want to talk about it in too much detail, but basically when you live with someone, it's a whole completely different relationship, and then when you go from living with someone to then them not being here, it's very, very lonely. Hence why I might seem in a bit of a depressing mood. I'm not gonna lie, I am trying to keep myself really, really busy, but I've been like super sad. Oh shit, I don't want to cry. I've been super sad the last 24 hours, and I don't know whether my period has anything to do with it, because I'm on like day 3 of my period, so probably does have something to do with it. Hormones going left, right and centre. However, yeah, it's just very hard. Hence why I'm filming this part of the video right now, because I want to go for a run to clear my head, basically. And that is the one thing that I do love about running, is if you're having a really mentally low day. I actually heard Holly B Fitness, she's actually the person who inspired me to start running alongside Connor Kathleen. Those were the 2 people who were like in my watching views, and you know. So basically in one of her recent videos, she's going through a breakup, and she was like, it's like a free therapy session, and I kind of feel like I understand, because the gym for me has been a very big part of like coping with mental health. So with this running journey, it's also allowing me to learn that running doesn't always have to be because you're in a depressive mood. However, when you are in a depressive mood, it's very helpful, the fact that it's a coping mechanism. So I've rambled to you for 3.5 minutes talking to you about my depressive state of mind, because my boyfriend slash fiance is literally all the way up in Edinburgh, and I feel like I'm alone and lonely just lonely, full stop. But yeah, I'm gonna go for my run. Okay, so sorry about this angle. This is the best I can do with the really bright lighting, so sorry if I'm squinting. So basically, I just wanted to come on here and give you my final few tips that I didn't do on my runs this week. So basically, so if you're not fueling your body, how do you expect it to run? Do you know what I mean? So my best advice for you is to make sure, like the day of your run, let's say you're running in the afternoon, you're fueling your body ready for your run that afternoon. So for instance, I do this a lot and it's really stupid of me, but for my lunch, if I have a salad, I know that's not gonna suffice me enough to run a full run. So I have to obviously make sure I have a decent breakfast, so I'll have oats for breakfast and then have a decent lunch in order for me to feel like super raring to go for my run. But also it's like little things, so if I go for my run in the morning, I make sure I wake up like a good hour and a bit before my run, so I can have oats, toast, whatever I decide to have for breakfast, but also make sure I drink my water. So I like to drink 2 glasses of water before my run, and also I need to give my body time to flush the water out, because if I'm going on a 8-mile run, I do not want to have 2 pints of water slushing in the bladder, because that's not a vibe. And you'll find that it'll actually help you in terms of not feeling dehydrated, but also won't necessarily feel like you need to drink as much during your run if you struggle drinking water while running like I do. I obviously make sure I drink my whole 250ml bottle, which I will be getting another one of. Now my runs are increasing to about an hour and a half, 2 hours nearly. So yeah, fueling yourself, making sure you're hydrated is definitely key. And also just some fun things, like don't make running a challenge. And I touched on this on my TikTok a few weeks ago. I have always thought running had to be like, oh, you know, a chore. You couldn't have fun, you couldn't explore. The first run I did on my half marathon training, I just literally like forgot about my watch and just ran, and it was the best run ever. and I did that the other day. I only did 5k. I knew I didn't want to go super far, but I just wanted to explore a new little wood area, just in case it was a good walk, for instance, for the dogs that I often rotate around, but also just, is it a good running route? And the answer is definitely yes. But I just had fun. I didn't care how long it took me to run. I just went and did what felt good, and that's what you really need to do with running, is run and feel good. And like, do not run, like, especially if you're running your first ever half marathon, which I'm doing. I don't think running for a time is a good idea. I think running for a time is when you're comfortable running at that distance and you've either ran a marathon before that or you've ran a half marathon prior to, like, you know, once you get to like half marathon 2 or 3, I think that's when you start setting yourself a goal. But sometimes I think you just need to get through it in order to obviously know that you can achieve the distance. So yeah, I also do think and I haven't really known why in the last couple of weeks, but basically I've been like super duper tired and I haven't been doing that third run, and that third run really makes a huge difference. So if I were you, I would make sure that you do 3 runs a week. I'd love to do 4, but I just don't have the time, and because I like to obviously like go to the gym, it's really hard to fit in an extra run, because that means I would literally be running or doing some form of exercise 6 days a week, and I just don't think that's very sensible. So my advice for anybody is to make sure you do your, like, I think 5Ks for me are really manageable to do after work or on a day where, you know, they just take me like 35-40 minutes, depending on whether it's a run or a tempo or an interval. And you do need to do those interval, those fast-paced to slow-paced to walks. You need those runs because they help you, they really do help you. So, you know, make sure you do them, because I can actually tell you that you'll feel a lot better on your long run at the weekend, or whenever you do your long run. Those little ones in the week actually do help you. And to be fair, you know, this is a little bit of a cop-out, because I just love activewear, but just make sure you have activewear that you know you're gonna like when you're running, so it makes you feel confident, wow, makes you feel confident, and it also makes you feel comfortable. Shorts, trousers, shorts and leggings are like a must for me, especially shorts. I run mainly in shorts, and if you don't run in shorts that aren't gonna stay in the same place, it's just so difficult. So make sure you grab yourself some shorts, some nice sports bras, and some, maybe a running vest. I do recommend a running vest, just so you can just go out and not worry about what you're wearing. You're just worrying about making sure you're getting the steps and the run in, basically. Okay, so that is all the advice I can give you. I'm still very much a beginner in my running journey. Maybe once I have ran a half marathon, I can give you a little bit more of a how to run a half marathon, because boy, that's going to be an experience, I can tell you. But yeah, this is like all of the tips and tricks that I have so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment, like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you again in my new video. Bye!